They did it again. Peak Design has now created something that a lot of us fans and photographers have been asking for, and that is a travel backpack. Some of us have actually used the everyday carry backpack and everyday messenger bag for use for travel photography and stuff. I know that I use my everyday carry messenger bag quite a bit when I was traveling in Asia, and it's worked out to be very, very good and very well for packing so much stuff all together in a nice, relatively compact package. They've addressed some of the issues that I've had with it, along with the dividers, but that's not what you're here for. You're here to find out more about the travel line, and if you haven't already backed it or looked into it, please check down my link down below directly to the Kickstarter campaign, or on my site MikeMooOnline.com. You can go ahead and check that out. But first, let's take a look and see what they've released here, just real quickly.
We're Peak Design. We know a bit about cameras, and we know a bit about bags too. But we know even more about travel. This is the travel line.
Finally, the travel line, but it is, I gotta say that there's been so many freaking travel bags on Kickstarter or Indiegogo that I was not super excited when I saw the travel bag. Just on the first looks of this, the first few seconds, you know, there's a lot of other bags that are kind of modular in design, and I've done a quick look review on some of these already, and you can already tell from the pouches here that this is a somewhat semi-modular design.
The 45-liter travel backpack.
That is pretty much the maximum travel size and capacity that you can have for most carry-ons that will fit most airlines, even international.
Tech pouch.
Now this I was really excited about. This is something that's going to work with my other everyday carry design backpacks, or sorry, Peak Design backpacks. The everyday carry, they said so in their frequently asked questions. So some of these pouches, this everyday carry pouch, which opens up accordion style, that lets you take a look at everything, looks very cool, but we'll see how it works out in practice. Sometimes this accordion style and these little flaps don't work out for just about everything that I carry, mostly because of the size limitations, and the flexibility is sometimes just too flexible.
Wash pouch.
The wash pouch is also something that was designed to also fit with the everyday carry stuff because of the sizing of it. Unfortunately, a lot of the other pouches, such as the ones that you'll see later, will not work with your other everyday carry by Peak Design items, but they're going to be future-proof in that they're going to design other travel bags too. So if you're not looking for a backpack style type of travel bag, you might want to hold off on backing on the actual backpack itself, but actually just backing these two pouches, or maybe even the other camera pouches that you're going to see shortly.
Packing cubes and camera cubes. Whether your trip is short or long, whether you carry a camera or not, whether you travel for work or play or both, we design these products with the versatility, organization, and access you need.
This looks like a very well designed bag that's perfect for people who are, you know, the daily vloggers that do international travel, and they basically are just nomads everywhere. This looks like it might work well for you. I'm not so sure if this is going to be something that is going to take over my everyday carry kit.
Because no two trips are the same, and it starts with how you pack. Sometimes you need organization.
You see that handle right there? That is to put it into some sort of like a duffel mode.
Are the same, and it starts with how.
You will see this in other backpack, other backpack slash duffel bag slash travel bags, where they have this little handle there in the middle. This looks like it's going to be very slim, not going to be super Not going to be super comfortable if you're carrying something that's 40 pounds or something, where you're just kind of holding it there. But it does provide a nice grip for you to get in and out of the car, which is nice, because I think they need to keep this really slim in order for this to work well when it is in backpack mode. One other important notice that you will see here in the video is that they don't have a shoulder strap for this, nor do they plan on having a shoulder strap for this. So if you really want to use in full duffel mode, you know, there's not going to be a nice way for you to hold it together. However, let's see if the backpack straps are kind of magnetized together like some other campaigns, where you can kind of use that as a longer hand strap or potentially shoulder strap. I doubt it. They said no. It'll probably be really awkward if it did anyway.
How you pack. Sometimes you need organization. So we made a system of cubes that fit perfectly in the main volume.
That's a medium cube and a small cube up top. Supposedly at the top of this, you're supposed to be even at, at the very top end of it. You're supposed to be able to also put in that tech kit, the tech bag portion, or the travel wash bag.
While a separate organization panel holds small stuff, flat stuff, or expands to carry extra loads. But sometimes
the expandability looks really cool. This is the second color they're going to have. They're only going to have 2 colors here at launch for Kickstarter. Potentially new colors later on, but looks like it's going to be somewhat of a sage green.
You just need space. Remove the divider and use it like a duffel.
That part was cool. Just rip it right open and make it one big massive space. However, when you do that, it makes it almost just like any other bag. Why would you spend $200-some, $230 or $300 for a bag when that's all you're going to do? But still, it's about versatility.
Laptop, check. Tablet, check. Hidden pockets. Side pockets.
Those side pockets look like they're directly right out of the everyday carry backpack line. In fact, if you look at this part, a lot of the same design elements from the everyday carry backpack, including that side handle for you to grab, that pocket where they just put in the water bottle, and it expands really nicely, and maybe some hidden straps in there as well, but we'll see about that.
Interior pockets, a quick stash pocket, and a pocket for external straps.
Okay, so the external straps comes out from the bottom, just kind of like before, also hidden, and also with a magnetic enclosure down here at the bottom. Looks very similar. So if I was traveling with you'll see my other video about using the everyday carry backpack for holding out my my booster board. Looks like I'll be able to do the same thing with those last straps up here, and also the straps that come out down here from the bottom.
So you can always carry one more thing. But it's not just about what you carry, it's about how you access it. From the back, so you can see everything and your straps stay clean. From the side.
That is a very big camera kit to be carrying around. I will say that I have been somewhat disappointed with the backpack straps of the Everyday Carry series. They're not the most comfortable because they're not as padded. I don't think that they're going to be as padded also in this design as well. And one of the big stress tests that I did with the Everyday Carry, and I have the 30-liter version. I never did buy the 20-liter version. Actually, I own most of the bags that Peak Design has. But the backpack straps specifically, when I was using it over at Consumer Electronics Show, where you walk like 8 to 10, 15 miles a day potentially, they really hurt. They're not really comfortable. And so just seeing the size of this bag and being that much bigger, 45 liters potentially, and with that full-on kit, maybe full frame, whatever, that's gonna hurt.
So you never have.
So I'm looking forward to the one when they add the roller. The roller option. Hopefully all these modules, of course, being future-proof, that you're going to be able to stick that into some sort of backpack roller or roller module or something that you can kind of roll around.
Have to dig.
Now pay attention to this part right here. This is, it looks like it is the medium cube, and it'll have openings on both sides that apparently you can just open up, and you see how these this part right here, that's how it attaches inside the bag. That's how all these modules attach inside the bag. It'll probably just take a couple of seconds to snap in and out. Not as cool as I was hoping they do something with some sort of, you know, kind of a design like they had with a mag latch, but definitely very secure. So they don't use magnets in this case to attach the modules. There are, you know, if you look at Ember and some other clone copies of backpacks, they use magnets in really cool ways. Unfortunately here you're not getting the mag latch, and you're not getting the quick snap in snap out modules that you get with the Ember and also some other copies. But at the same time, look, you open up the whole flap and you have quick access to at least this module here, and maybe I'm pretty sure the small camera module as well. I'm not sure about the large, because with the large it doesn't looks like, see this part right here, this part doesn't open all the way, so it looks like you will not be able to open up the large module completely, maybe just off to the side.
You never miss a shot. From the front or the top. It's about how you carry it, with total comfort and on-demand support.
These guys all hide inside, so that's what he was doing. He was kind of pulling it out from the inside. As you can see, it's a little bit off balance there, but I'm sure, you know, the whole thing just kind of adjusts, slides in and out. You also notice that they did not show you their Peak Design clip being attached here, but looks like you can. Just like before, same design as the everyday carry backpack as far as these. These are removable, so if you don't like these straps dangling around, that's one of the really great things about the Peak Design, is that they design in such a way that all these dangly things can be removed or hidden, so you're nice and clean. I really like that.
And on-demand support. Carry it at your...
So he's carrying it like that in hand mode. Again, there's no shoulder strap module yet, but I can see that someone could create it with these other external straps. I think it's going to be a bit of a mess, though, and that's why they didn't do it.
Your side or on your luggage.
That's pretty smart right there. See, you have all these side straps here that you could potentially rig your own, kind of, but nothing smack in the middle. So you can potentially rig your own shoulder strap through these other straps down here. I'm not sure about this top side.
And when you're carrying less...
That part's cool. So it snaps to compress. However, depending on how strong the magnets are or how much stuff you're in there, if you're really truly trying to compress your load and it is super puffy, I highly doubt that these magnets are going to hold. So, while it's really cool, depends on the way you pack. You're gonna have to do your own compression inside the bag with other compression bag organizers or something, which is great because look, they sell you the compression bags that you can fit in here to make it things. But you know, if you got something really poofy, like you know, like a sleeping bag, for instance, that you're sticking there, you want to compress down, you can't compress the outside in probably just with that. Of course, it highly depends on you know what it is you're trying to compress. Still, it's pretty cool.
We made a travel bag that can be your day bag too.
This profile look almost looks like could be the everyday carry backpack.
It's about how you stow it.
See there, you got that Stobo design where you can stow the backpack straps, although it keeps it really thin, and so it's not as comfortable as a competitor such as Think Tank Photo. But look, you can slow it in there, and then these magnets here at the top just kind of clip it down, so it's really looks nice and clean.
Instantly, cleanly, universally. And it's about how it protects your stuff, inside and out. But we didn't stop there.
So here are all the modules that you have here, and I went ahead and put all these in a spreadsheet just to kind of figure out, you know, what's the most bang for the buck in terms of what it is you're backing for, if you know what modules you're going to get. So I'll show that in a little bit of a second. But it comes down to this. If you know that you're going to get a lot, you know you're going to get everything, like all the modules on here, which is what I typically do. You're going to want to get the big camera case in here and choose the rest of the small camera cases as add-ons. Those are really the only choices when you're looking for the combos.
Packing tools take organization and efficiency to the next level.
That's a pretty nice kit, but that takes up the entire length of the bag. This is a good DSLR kit down here, and this right here is the Mavic kit. You know, I could have really used this bag when I was this past trip up the San Francisco Bay Area. This little kit would have been really nice.
Level. Great for any bag and perfect for our travel line. Our cubes.
All right, so right here it looks like it's the medium. Right here, medium, the small, and then you got the wash kit up top. So that's how that would all fit in there.
Provide custom modular organization from clothes and shoes.
Here's the thing about sticking all these things in there. I suppose what you can say is, well, you have the choice of whether or not you want to lock it in with their C clips, whatever they call them, or you just want to stick it in there and just kind of let it ride and distribute the weight as is, just with gravity.
Organization from clothes and shoes.
So those were the standard compression non-camera. Here's the small, down, I guess down below, the Mavic down below, and then the medium compression cube up top.
To photo gear. To a full professional creative setup.
I wouldn't call this a full professional creative setup. It's close. So you got two camera bodies, one small lens here, one really long lens here. This looks like a Nikon kit. I'm not as familiar. Another small one there, and probably another small one there. But you know, you kind of need space for flashes and everything. But you know, you keep that in a separate bag.
Keep your.
See, here are the C clips. Keep them secured directly in a bag. This is very similar to what F-Stoppers does, and maybe Low Pro, and you know, many other bag manufacturers use these type of loops to go ahead and attach things on there.
Camera secure, yet accessible via a single.
This shows the opening here on the left side, and how they anticipate that you could just have a quick access to your, in this case, a Sony full frame A7 series mirrorless down below right here. Unfortunately, there is going to be likely a little bit of wasted space on this side and this side, but look, it's modular. You can adjust and move those things around. And over here, you have two of the accessory bags right here, and what looks like potentially a tech. Wait, is that a compression? Perhaps a compression, small compression bag on top of maybe, I don't know, maybe the shoe or some other compression. So two small bag kits right there.
Single zip. Inside, you'll find thoughtful organization.
That's an example of the Origami Flex Fold dividers. One problem that I have, or one little critique about some of these, is that I wish they gave you more of the Flex Fold dividers when you buy the bags, so that you can customize it even more. Some of the bags only have 3, some have 2. It's all listed there on the Peak Design page. And these look like they're new improved Flex Fold dividers. The original series that I've had, they've all frayed, they look beat up and worn.
Outside, you'll find easy access.
This part looks really cool. Tear away zip. Easy access opening. It's like ripping off. It reminds me of ripping off, you know, clothes in WWF. You just rip that open. And I really hope that the zippers are top notch like usual.
And durable materials. Packing cubes expand instantly and compress to save space.
Now each of these little compression these compression bags, I'm really glad and happy that they put, you know, the rough weights, about 4 ounces a piece. The biggest one is going to be the camera, the large camera kit, which basically fills the entire thing. That's just over a pound. So the bag is almost 5 pounds plus another pound, which makes it 6 pounds if you're using the large camera kit. So that makes the whole bag overall, you know, 6 to 7 pounds before you put your stuff in there. So this is going to be really challenging for me to take on international flights, but that's just because they have a 15-pound weight limit for us regular economy or premium economy as far as the carry-ons.
We created a tool to carry the small stuff.
This I'm probably the most interested in at all is this tech pouch. Right now I use a Tom Bin, I don't even know what it's called. A couple of the I'll have links down below. Tom Bin bags to go ahead and use as my tech pouches. They don't have nearly the organization of this, which has like 20 some different pockets. And also this has that flexibility where you can open it and see just about everything that you have going on in there. I like this concept. It's really kind of shocking how no one else thought to do this before.
And one for toiletries.
I don't really need the toiletry bag. I have a really decent small one also from Tom Bin before. So this part is specifically designed for your toothbrush that just opens with a magnet. I guess that is good because it hopes to keep your toothbrush somewhat clean by putting it in there. But at this, I'm not sure how I feel about this. But supposedly the interior liner is easy to remove and clean out, so maybe that'll be okay. But at the same time, just seeing this, it looks like it is sort of permanently sewn in there. Anyway, we'll see when it comes out, or when they do another deep dive. But there's a magnetic enclosure there that closes and secures your toothbrush in there. So it's one of the few things that you can't see immediately when you're opening up your kit, but you can easily peek in there and see. They also point out that this is also good and well designed for electric toothbrush too.
Open cleverly, organized like none other. And
I like that they have this other zippered section in here, right there, smack in the middle. Let's take a closer look at that.
Organized like none other.
There we go.
And
keep cash, cards, SIM cards, etc. in there. So
delight to your most common travel workflow.
That is a pass-through USB cable, so that you can have a battery pack in there and have that cable run through and out to your phone. For instance, in this case, they're doing an iPhone with the Apple, looks like Apple leather case. So that is the kit, and also the kit stands up. That is pretty cool. No one else does anything kind of like that. When you open it, it just stays standing straight up. I like that. But at the same time, you're exposing just about everything that you have in a bag to anybody that's walking by, if you keep it open.
This,
you know what would be really cool, maybe in a future design, is have that attachable at the top of the bag, okay, so that when you open it, it opens up and shows that whole section in the top of the bag, and then you just kind of close it up. I don't know, either mag latch or something. That would be really awesome. And also the backpack has to be able to stand up too, straight up. And right now, you know, the Peak Design bags don't do that. I don't think any of them really stand up well by themselves without just being knocked over. So that's one of those engineering things that they'd have to overcome too.
Is our 8th Kickstarter. For those who know us, you know the drill. For those who don't, allow us to introduce ourselves. We're crowdfunded.
That is their Peak Design clip. This is their latest one. Looks like their latest design, which is pretty lightweight, and that's the mold for it. I use it, but I don't use it as much anymore as you would think nowadays.
We're creatives. We're travelers. We were born on the road. We design stuff that we ourselves want to use. And we do it with the direction of you, our backers. These are the best.
So here showing off the two colors. Looks like if you want to get this sort of heathered gray, green, sage green, something. You know, these are not the final products. Obviously, these are the prototypes, but there's a slight difference in the color of these two, so that looks like it hasn't been completely nailed down yet. Most people usually get the black, but it's nice to have this alternative color, so I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to get. I backed the one with the largest kit, and I'll show that to you a little bit later. But it's really cool that it is most weatherproof, and then they also have a rainfly that also fits on top of their everyday carry backpack. So if you're not interested in backpack, you want the accessories, you know, and you travel in really inclement weather where it rains a lot more than the normal, if you're in jungle, super travel, whatever, they got the rainfly that'll fit your everyday carry backpacks, as well as you know, these bags right here.
Products we've ever made.
One really cool thing that other places do, and there's nowhere mention of that here, is that these inserts for camera inserts, if they can be converted into sort of shoulder bags, like what a company such as Emperor does, that would be fantastic. And you know, really, if they could design something that would be able to interchangeable with their other series. Right now, what interchanges in here is these two down here, these two, which is basically the tech kit, and then the wash kit right there. They fit in your everyday carry backpack. And then what also fits in here is the 5-liter sling, so you can fit the sling in there, and basically it's practically the size of a small cube is my thinking. But I don't have the 5-liter. That's one of the few bags that I actually don't own from Peak Design. So I won't be able to test that just yet. I haven't seen a 5-liter in person. Maybe if I see it in person, I might try it out. But right now, you know, I use the 10-liter version of it, and I do like it a lot. And I don't use it as my everyday carry all the time, but sometimes I choose to use that, and it's been pretty nice being able to carry that. So 2 color designs here. These would be great if you can somehow change it, modify it so that they can be shoulder bags to go. I'm kind of a little bit surprised that they didn't do that. If they were able to do that, or maybe if you could do it on our own, just kind of jerry rig our own using their Peak Design camera straps. You know, just attach it here using their anchors and their hooks. That's something that maybe I might jerry rig myself, so that when I'm out, I don't necessarily want to carry this big kahuna with me. I realize that, yeah, you know, this is supposed to be kind of like you can convert it to something like the everyday carry backpack, sort of. You know, you compress it down, don't bring your clothes with you if you don't need to when you're out on a day trip, and turn it kind of into the day pack. But at the same time, I would like a little bit of convenience in also using these camera cubes and just taking those out and using that as my day shoulder kit. And they don't mention that anywhere else here. I'm hoping that there's still time in production to consider it. I'm sure they thought about it. I don't know why I didn't make it in here. Maybe they can explain.
And are the culmination of everything we...
Because if I'm out about and I travel with family, you know, friends, I'm not necessarily going to carry this big bag with me. I want to keep it, you know, somewhat more lightweight. And, you know, in some places they don't want you to carry a big bag like that with you for feel of maybe because they have a lot of thieves that go in there and shoplift.
We've learned from crowdfunding.
So you got 6 of these out here in front. Very clean top. Everything can be cleaned and stowed away. The straps, the bag, the straps, the external lash on type of straps, the backpack straps, and then the hideaway hip supports.
Thank you for the opportunity to bring them to life.
Looks like a new logo. Or mark for maybe their travel advisors. So look at this. So if you're traveling and you know you're going to be using the kit right away, you're going to have to take the top. Let's look at this again. Let's examine this part here. So for each of these, if you wanted to open it up kind of like a camera bag for easy access, what you're going to do is you're going to take this part that zips closed and then fold that over into the back of the bag and flip it over or roll it inside. Okay, and that's true of all these other modules that you see as they open it. Opens up. This also goes back inside, right? Flips back to the side and over. That also means that they're relatively thin, don't provide super lot of protection in terms of shock protection, but that's one of the compromises you're going to have, unless the entire lid zips off, which I highly doubt. I'm not seeing that here. See, this is flipped over into the side right there. I have to wonder how much of a hassle it's going to be to do that. On and off. It would have been cool if there was some sort of mag latch system that just kind of mag latch is this whole thing down securely with magnets, right? That would tremendously increase the price of all the modules, of course. But you know, that and just clip it on, magnetic latching, that would tremendously increase the price a lot. Closer look at what we got going on in here. We got two slots here, right, for the pen. You got these flex little pockets here. You have an auxiliary stereo cord here. We have one corded headphone here, and you have AirPods over here. You got the MacBook charger in here. Looks like it's you know, one of the smaller ones, maybe the 60 watt. We got nothing really in here. Looks like there might be some additional straps or something in here. We got SD card protectors, and I presume SD cards in here. We got 2 or 3 credit cards or membership cards in here. We got what appears to be, well, actually I can't tell what that is. It might potentially be, okay, maybe Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. I'm not sure. No, actually I take that back. These look like the tools for the Peak Design clip. So you got some tools in there. And then this part here zips up closely, so this stuff remains really secure. Yeah, I can't tell what's in here, but it's obviously something flat. You have what appears to be a potentially a SSD storage drive here or something. And then you have a Power IQ, maybe Anchor Plus or something, USB charger over there. You got some more cables down over here. And then you have what looks like a bunch of business cards over here. Take a look at this a little bit closely. Okay, so this is in Daypack mode. And by Daypack mode, this is kind of compressed inwards and held together there by the magnet. I wonder how strong that is. And if you can lock it there, that'd be pretty awesome. Can't really tell from here. And this is, of course, in full-on expanded mode. Maximum 45 liters. Same thing, expanded mode. Not something that I'd want to travel out with every day unless I am really, truly carrying everything I own in my backpack for a trip. Or maybe everything I own. Super minimalist. For me, anyway. It's nice footage of the bay. And it looks like that's it. That is their Kickstarter video. So we learned quite a bit about it. There's the 2 different colors going on in there, and there's some other info about the camera cubes, that tech pouch we looked at a little bit more closely. The packing cubes, look, it's got these nice tabs for you to kind of pull and rip apart, kind of like in the video. It's got that wash pouch. And then it gives you some a little bit more information about the construction, weatherproof construction, blah, yada yada yada. 400D shell. What's interesting is that this is supposedly 100% made from recycled plastics, so all those plastic bottles and stuff. That's really nice environmental consideration. Pickpocket deterrent zips. That was also kind of sort of found. It's not gonna really protect you from real pickpockets, but this is a good deterrent. Side handles up here on both sides. That one back handle, which I told you looks like it's really going to be slim, not super comfortable to be carrying around 40 pounds of stuff, but it'll be easy for transporting maybe in and out of an Uber. So that's pretty nice. The Stobo waist belt looks like it has a little bit of padding. Hidden external carry straps that come down from below and held in nice and neatly by magnets that open up this bottom. You got a 900D bottom, so at the very bottom here, so for more resistance to scuffs and stuff. So you got black or sage. Carry-on approved, just basically fits most of the carry-on size requirements in most airlines over here in the US as far as we know. Then you took a look inside, and it looks a little bit underwhelming, except the top lid here is where you have your laptop and a 10.5-inch tablet. So two little compartments you can stick up right over there. And then the bottom, this is just where you put in all the modules. You got this other area that separates it. Okay, so you can open it up completely, make it a whole full-on duffel size, or you know, you can permanently attach, not permanently, semi-permanently attach different modules in here. See these little areas right over here? That's where you attach it with the C attachments, whatever you call it. So let you know that there's a dedicated organization module, which is what I told you, that you can just open it up to expand the volume to one giant size. They showed in the video. Claims it's perfect for one bag travel. We shall see. These straps here backpack straps look pretty much exactly the same as the everyday carry type of backpack. So if you didn't find those really comfortable for yourself, chances are this is not going to be super comfortable either, especially not for every day or like all day. Not every day, I mean all day type of carry. But they have a better the better strap system here for the waist, which hides in and out as well. So that's pretty cool. They call it magical strap and belt storage. That's really nice and clean. I expected them to do something like this. So ultra clean. The dual access sides, just the same thing as the everyday carry backpacks. Even from this profile side, kind of looks like a very similar design without the mag latch. So it's unfortunate that I can see why the design of the mag latch didn't make it here. I just kind of wish that they were able to use the mag latch back in any part of the bag at all. That would have been really cool, but no. See, the mag latch served as that one compression. So in everyday carry backpack, when you latch it all the way down, that really compresses the top. Here, they just simply use magnets to hold it in. Here's the organizational panel that kind of separates it. So you have two different levels, if so to speak. And then, of course, you can fit your 15-inch laptop, and not an old school 15-inch laptop, but most likely, you know, like a MacBook 15 type of inch, and a standard 10.5-inch tablet or the regular iPad Pro. They don't include these locks, but of course you can get them yourselves. And here they talk about the packing, the cubes and the pouches. Right, and they show you just roughly how those things fit in there. Tearaway main opening is the design here. That is, I gotta say, that is pretty cool. If you want to rip it open, get it right to your stuff. Unfortunately, closing it's not going to be as fast, but getting to it's going to be really quick. Blazing fast sock retrieval or underpants. I don't know why this is a requirement, but again, the whole technology with the tearaway, so they make use of it for all these components here. Not sure why I need blazing fast sock retrieval or underpants retrieval. I guess maybe an emergency. So a little bit funny to think about that. Pack like a pro. I highly doubt pro packs like this, but I get it using organizational pouches. And this part compresses to half its size. You see this? This is kind of like a mesh that kind of allows air, you know, stuff air in and out. So extremely packable. Don't know how durable it'll be, but everything that Peak Design sells has one of those lifetime guarantees. Dedicated dirties compartment, which is accessible through a bottom zip, so that can expand into the main compartment. I do appreciate that. And of course, if you get this bag, this is designed to fit their travel bags like a glove. However, because this was sized for one of those kind of standard carry-on type of size, you can easily use these type of organizational cubes in other bags too that fit the whole length of the bag, or even in duffels, etc., that are fit, you know, designed to fit that. But you're paying for extra features that you can't use, and that's primarily to be able to go ahead and attach. See these areas right here? Those attach permanently into lock it in place. Okay. And then they talk a little bit about the camera cubes here. Weatherproof nylon canvas is the design. You got some grab handles right here, so you can easily grab it there. And this is what loops in and attaches to your bag. And then you got the flex fold dividers that go ahead and fit into the bag. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's no areas for us to go ahead and attach like a camera. Something to make it sort of a really minimalistic carry, shoulder carry. So, but you could potentially attach your anchors right here on these pieces and kind of do that. Although obviously it wasn't designed to do that. Full back access, the whole thing of course opens up, and so then you can bring it and look at the whole kit here. And as you can see, the whole top lid will then of course have to fold back into the bag in order for using this way. So converting in and out of it's probably going to be a bit of a pain, but you can bring the whole kit there. That way, I guess you can configure it, you know, once you get to the hotel or wherever you're staying, to work out that way. Some examples of the camera loadouts here. If I'm going just for a really small trip, I'd probably just put this into the bag or take that with me. If you're using a Micro Four Thirds, you could probably fit quite a bit in here, which is also a bit of a problem with these. And that's that these were designed more for, in all these examples, these are all basically what appears to be DSLR size or full frame size cameras. If you're using Micro Four Thirds, in a slot like this, you can easily fit 3, maybe 4 small lenses, small prime lenses. And they only give you 2 flex dividers in these small compartments. So this is where I was saying, hey, it would be really great if maybe they gave you more, or at least at launch give you the option to go ahead and pay for more of these flex dividers that you can go and fit in there, since they're pretty nice and versatile. Here's some medium cube example loadouts. This is probably what I would probably be mostly using as a medium cube, and then at the top have the small cube, and that's where I'm going to keep my Mavic Pro. And then the large cube. However, your best deal is to get the whole large cube kit, because you save the most by getting the large cube kit versus adding that on a little bit separately. And then it's pretty smart that they show you that you can just convert the large kit into fitting the Phantom kit, unless they sell this part separately. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that. Maybe that's coming later. And then here's the flex fold folders as an option. The pocket, movable pocket, is pretty cool. That's something that's new. So you see this is a stretchy little storage for you to fit around there. I really like their stretchy storage. It keeps out scratches and all that stuff from interfering with the rest of your kit and gear. And the tech pouch, 21 pockets. That is a lot of freaking pockets. Weatherproof zippers are really nice all around. So if water does get into your bag, it's less likely to get in here. In just, I want to just call it just regular, like let's say Portland rain. Dual grab handles, always sits upright. Love that. 2 different colors for these little pouches here. Not these other modules, unfortunately. Not the camera cube kit and all that. The external charging kit right here, as seen before, just basically a hole that allows you to run a cable through. You see, works with Peak Design straps. I would love to have seen that the rest of the camera module and cubes would work with the Peak Design straps, just by design. So I'm hoping that there's still time in the campaign for them to adjust it. I doubt it, but I hope that there's still time to do something with that, or maybe in the future. Here's the wash pouch, silicone coated mesh pockets. Okay. And you got a Stobo hook for hanging. That's very useful. My Tom Bin bag has that, and I use that a lot when I'm traveling, just to hook it up and keep it off the dirty countertop. External razor pocket. All right. And then there's that magnetic toothbrush pocket that just kind of holds a regular toothbrush in there. Hang it from anything. There you go, right there. External pocket for electric toothbrushes or razors and shaving tools. However, a lot of these, you know, have one of those electronic push buttons, and so those can go off. I wish there was something cool about a way to prevent that from happening in a bag, but obviously that's not going to happen. It's not their problem. They're not helping to fix that part. Sits upright. I like that. Looks neat. Pull out easy rinse liner. Okay. I'd like to see that more in a deep dive. And then you got a little shoe pouch that is included in I think all the other packages. Looks really clean here. Built-in stuff sack. It stuffs into a small little bag. This could be a useful bag just to carry in pretty much any luggage. And then you got the rain fly, which I've never needed to use, but I usually try to stay out of really heavy rain. Sometimes you can't get out of it, and this is nice to know that you have the assurance that you don't have to worry about. And it tucks into itself and looks like, you know, these things will attach into the bag too. So there you go. So these are the different reward levels. You can check that out, but I actually created a little spreadsheet to show you what's going on that, and we'll take a quick look at it over here. So the travel backpack itself is $235. Any of these can be add-ons later. So basically, if you're not sure what you're going to get yet, just back on one of these things separately, and then when the campaign is over, you can add those on later. But if you want to save the most amount of money, if you're going to get everything, like me, I know there's other people like me who are also super backers on Kickstarter, you're going to go ahead and get the travel bundle and the camera cube large, and the total bundle savings there is $74 versus if you were getting it separately as an add-on. Now you're already getting a savings on top of everything by getting it through Kickstarter anyway. And these savings usually do save you a bit of money. And they tell you roughly how much you're saving, so they give you an idea here. See right here. So retail price is going to be $300 MSRP. You're already saving $65 off the top by getting it here on Kickstarter. So that's the idea. And then you have the everything. If you bought everything separately as an add-on, it would cost you $600. Okay, but if you get the everything large kit, and then you just add on the small camera and a medium camera right onto the large bundle, you're paying $525. So you're still saving $74. So basically, you're basically, depending on the different packages that are available right now on launch day, just before they go on full-on funded. They're not funded yet, but they're easily going to be funded within the first few hours. Is that you should just go ahead and get the large large kit, and then if you want the small and the camera and stuff, you would add those on later for the most savings. At least that's what I ended up doing. These are different prices, and of course they're going to have some other deep dives and more live. I kind of wish that they did a live, as this went live, broadcast talking about their stuff. But I understand, you know, they had these deadlines and they're probably all really tired to get this all up and going and ready for this. So they're going to have it later, and they always do. So you can find out a little bit more about all these different cubes. Now note the camera cube large. This is the only opening here. It doesn't open out throughout the whole thing. So this is quick grab access, either to one camera system over here, one camera and lens completely, or on one side, you know, you got the camera and lens, and the other side maybe you have a second camera and lens, and then you have a strap here to just to handle it, hold it better. But again, I wish that all these have some sort of way for you to use them on their own individually, kind of like what Ember bags did. And I refer to Ember because you know, they have a modular design that I liked, and unfortunately did not fit my needs 100%, and it ended up being a little bit heavy, which is probably why they cut back on all the different magnets features in here. So here are some capacity and dimensions. 45 liters fully expanded. Normal state is 35 liters. Max depth 9.5 inches. Usually not a problem to carry these on. These are the maximum thickness that you can hope to achieve for the different laptop / tablet combinations in here. And then the pouches. So there's definitely more information in here. Yeah, they got everything that you would probably want to know, just in general, for you to decide whether or not you want to back their campaign. So I recommend that you do back their campaign. It's a great company. I went ahead and pledged it. They have created 8 different campaigns, and I think 11 different projects or something like that. They're almost fully backed. Yeah, so that's my first look take on it, and why I went ahead and backed it with all these really cool features, and I suggest you do as well. Thanks for watching. Please give this a like and subscribe for more. I'm going to have maybe weekly bag videos or bag review videos at least a couple times a month anyway. So if you're interested in travel bags and all that stuff, I'm gonna have more stuff on here. So please subscribe for more. Let me know down in the comments below if that's why you subscribe or in my channel, etc., so that I know kind of what you might be interested in. Alright, I will catch you in the next video.